the other, it brings it together. And everyone across this great state, from RAGBRAI to the legendary water in Ames, know that winning this trophy can have you pedaling toward a high water mark. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Cyclones will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Iowa's offense will take the field first. The Hawkeyes dominated the last time they saw the Clones.
Iowa State had no answers in that game. They just came out, they looked flat, they weren't able to execute. They've got to be ready to answer the bell in this one.
Yeah, and sometimes it gets in your head, Jesse. You know.
There he goes! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Gives it on the option. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Reads it, fires complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. Keeps it and gets the first down. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Cyclones will hustle to the line.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Cy-Hawk Trophy. On the one hand, it divides a state. On the other, it brings it together. And everyone across this great state, from Bragg Pride to the legendary water in Ames, know that winning this trophy can have you pedaling toward a high water mark. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Cyclones will kick it away to start us off. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hawkeyes offense will have the football first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen.
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Give to the running back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Hawkeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dorsey. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Iowa State's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And he's got some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll bring it out. It's Coates. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets the give. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the...
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. And the Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Bringing the heat. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He'll ride his man on the option. Rides to back and leaves it. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Softened him up with a run, now to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Trying to barrel in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He'll bring it out. It's Coates. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
The Cyclones want to crank the tempo. He'll do it himself. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Cyclones will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way, and when you watch the product on the field every year,
and the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the officials see something to bring it back? If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's the pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. The Cyclones will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna run it. It's Demania. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill at running back receiver.
Breaks into the open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this 1st half as good as you possibly can.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Coates. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Leaves it with the running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the Cyclones racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Unleashes it on the run. And the pass was broken up, incomplete. And there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. There he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Finds his big tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Waning seconds of the 1st half, let's see how they handle it. Now on the counter. Fighting off the defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs, who knows what the second half will give us. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Hawkeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Buck. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 17, on to punt it away.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Gives it on the option. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Clemens. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Clemens. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Slams it ahead. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
Let's go! Let's go!
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye! No doubt Herky the Hawkeye is feeling it as Iowa seizes control.
Iowa's a team always that prides themselves on being the most physical unit on game day, and right now they are pounding Iowa State.
Yeah, and Iowa State's getting that here we go again feeling. They've struggled in this rivalry to, sometimes they've had, I feel like, better teams or equal teams, but they just haven't found a way to get W's.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He leaves it with his back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to...
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to take off. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch, called for and made. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own stand. Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He wants it all. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Touchdown, Iowa! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Iowa State, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Buck. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now he's going to break the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. That is no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys.
He tries to take the top off. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out to be able to find the penalty. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and take it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Out of the gun. The running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll move the tight end. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Fox. Here comes the heat. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cyclones decide to punt it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the tailback. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Hawkeyes are rolling down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Buck. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the lone running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Right back to it. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Punt is on its way.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.